All we need today is a block. And we're just gonna start standing with our feet spread wide, a little bit wider than your hips. Place your hands onto your hips and just start moving around in the hips, in the knees. Loosen up any tension. Breathe through this. So this is burpee month. And sun salutations are pretty much burpees. So in Yogalates, we're gonna replace sun salutations with burpees and get that heart rate up a lot today with some leg stuff, shoulder stuff, and we'll also work on the core too. So keep circling. And then whenever you're ready, just go that other way with your circles. Just warming up through the hips, stretch out inner thighs, hamstrings, all around. Good. About 2 more deep breaths. 2, and then we're just going to place palms together. We're going to start shifting to one side and the other side, reaching the elbow toward the knee, plugging your heels into the ground. Your feet could be at a slight angle. Just make sure your knees point in the same direction that your toes are pointed. Good. Try to sit nice and low and plug into the heel, especially on the heel of the side that you're leaning on. Keep drawing that belly in, sitting that seat back. Good. Good. We have about 5 more each way, and then we're going to just stay on one side and pulse it. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1 more each way, and whatever side you land on, sorry, stay there and pulse it. Whew, I'm almost done with my Invisalign, but I have to keep wearing it. It just finished correcting my teeth now. But if you guys ever notice me talking weird, it's because I have this Invisalign in my mouth. It's like a mouth guard. All right, keep going, pulsing into your foot on that side. We have 10 more pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna go right over to the other side. Whew. 20 pulses. Push into your heels. Same thing as sitting that seat back, reaching that elbow towards your knee. Keep breathing, chest slightly lifted. 6, and get nice and low. And then keep pulsing. Another 12. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now straighten both legs up. Point your toes forward. We're going to start walking the hands out until you feel like your heels are going to lift up, and then press that weight back. Draw the belly in. Think of a really wide-legged downward facing dog. And then we're going to go back and shift the weight slightly side to side, but try to feel a hamstring and inner thigh stretch as you do. Similar to what we were doing before, shifting the weight side to side, deepening the stretch a little bit more. Keep drawing that belly in, straightening out your arms and back. Good, shift side to side, another 10. 8, 7, 6. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, And come back to center. Walk it out a little bit farther so that you're in a type of a plank position, but your legs are wide. So you have wide legs in that plank position. Bring just one knee up, take it back into that wide stance, and other knee. Wide stance. Back and forth, alternate. Right knee.
Are your feet flat?
Try to stay flat, yeah, like you're in a plank position. Your legs are wide, and you'll just bring one leg up and the other leg up. Here, let me see.
But is your foot, I'm sorry, is your foot flat on the ground?
Your toes are gonna be slightly curled. So is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, perfect, thank you.
Yeah, just like a plank, but your feet are gonna be wider than your hips. So normally our plank, we have our feet closer together, look slightly forward. So this will engage a little bit more on your side transverse core rather than the middle part. And those shoulders are working also. Keep going, alternate side to side. Just think of a really wide-legged plank position and a really wide-legged mountain climber. 30 more seconds. Good, try to keep your butt down, back straight. And last 10. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your feet together and then bend your knees, shift your weight back, stepping or jumping up towards your hands. Place your hands onto your legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. And then slowly round up. At your own pace, we're going to start our sun salutations. We're just going to be flowing in this. Whatever flow works for you. We're going to try to go a little bit faster and not pausing too long in one asana, in one pose, and just flow through it. To just get our body warmed up, our heart rate up. Good, just keep moving through that sun salutation. Find your breath. We have 1 full minute of just moving through those sun salutations. And then we're going to add some variety into it. Good, keep going. Breathe, find that inner fire within. We have about 30 more seconds. Just keep flowing with it. Take about 2 more rounds of your sun salutation. Keep breathing through it. And the next time that you come into your down dog, we're going to meet in our down dog. So when you're ready, if you're not there already, find your down dog position. Stay here, and we have 5 more deep breaths here. And then we're going to add a lunge and a squat into this. So I'll show you here in a minute. Just keep breathing. Another 3 more deep breaths. Think about stretching out through the arms, through the back, open the shoulders, tuck the chin into your chest. Good. 1 more deep breath in. On the exhalation, keep your right foot planted down. Extend your left leg all the way up. Take your time, taking a deep stretch here. Breathe into it. On the exhalation, step that left foot all the way forward. This is where we're coming into our lunge. Reach your arms up. Dip your back knee down. Stay low. Pivot into a squat. Dip down. Go back to the center, to your front foot. And then step it back. Plank line. Lower down. Press up into your cobra or your up dog. Curl your toes into your down dog. And we're going to keep repeating that same side. So stay right foot planted onto the ground. Left foot extends out. Take a stretch. Step that foot forward. Reach all the way up with the arms. Dip that back knee down. Lift it up slightly. Pivot on that back foot. Stay low. Dip into that squat. Pivot back. Lower those hands under your shoulders. Step back into that plank line. Gaze forward. Deep breath. Exhale, lower down. Hands low in the rib cage. Point your toes. Inhale, press up. Exhale, curl the toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. If you can't go at my pace, you can go faster, slower. We're going to keep going on this side. Inhale, reach that left leg up. Deep breath. Exhale, step forward. Bring those arms up. Dip that back knee down. Stay low. Pivot into a squat. Sink low. Pivot back. Hands under the shoulders. Plank line. Hold the plank. Deep breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Keep going on this side. All the way onto the right. Left leg extends up. Deep breath. Exhale, thread through. Arms up. Dip into that lunge. Pivot. Squat. Pivot back to the front. Lower hands under. Step back into that plank line. Gaze forward. Deep breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg plants, left leg up. Breathe when you're ready. Step it forward into that lunge. Pivot into your squat. Good. Back forward. Plank line. Keep going. I'm going to come look at you guys and look at your form. Good. If you want to, you can take your time stretching a little bit longer. Make it feel good. Don't worry, we're going to do both sides. Good. Yeah, get low when you go in that squat. Pivot. Nice. Good. Keep going. I'm going to set my timer. We have 45 more seconds. Anything that's feeling good, feel free to stay and breathe into it. We have about 20 more seconds. We might be able to get 2 more in. Good. And wherever you're at, finish up that last one. And we'll meet in our down dog position. Good. Whenever you're ready, just come to that down dog position. And we're gonna prep for the other side. Breathe. About 2 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, other side. So we're reaching the right leg out this time. Deep breath. Exhale, step it forward. Reach those arms up. Dip in that low lunge. Stay low. Pivot into your squat. Get low in that squat. Pivot back to the front. Hands under the shoulders. Plank line, deep breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, curl the toes, down dog. And go right back into it. Right leg extends up, deep breath. Exhale, coming into your lunge. Inhale, reach up, dip that back leg down, stay low. Pivot on that back foot. Come into your squat. Pivot back. And repeat. Always when you pivot, you want to make sure that your heel is lifted and that your toe is following the direction of your knee. Always want your toes to point in the same direction as your knee. Good, we're gonna stay here about 3 minutes. So just go at your own pace, taking your time to stretch along the way, and whatever feels good. Going as fast or as slow as you feel comfortable. Make sure you stay with the same side. Good. Focusing on getting low when you come into your lunge and in your squat. Keep breathing. About 1.5 more minutes. Good. This is really good for hip mobility also, for leg strength, shoulder strength. Make sure when you come in that 3-legged dog, you're really taking the time to stretch out your back leg. Good, about 2 more. And finish up your last one. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Good, and then just breathe when you come into your down dog. You can walk your dog if you want to. Make sure your back stays straight, chin tucks in towards your chest, fingers are nice and wide. Breathe. Good, 3 more deep breaths, just breathing deeply into this. And on your next exhalation, lower your knees down just an inch off the ground. We're just gonna hover here and then start walking a little bit forward and a little bit back. Try to walk the length of your mat, a little bit forward and a little bit back. Engaging through those quads. The core is fired up. Your gaze is just slightly in front of you. And just keep breathing. Stay as low to the ground with those knees as possible. Whew. Take your time. If you wanted to, you could go faster. But if you're hovering those knees, you're still feeling this, whether you're going fast or slow. We have 30 more seconds. Keep moving, 10 more seconds. 7, 6. And 1 to get into down dog. Breathe, stretch out, walk your dog if you want to. Tuck that chin into your chest. Breathe through it. 2 more deep breaths. And then we're just gonna go from down dog to knees hovering off the ground. Down dog, knees hover off the ground. Instead of walking, we still are hovering those knees off the ground and then right back into down dog. All right, we're gonna start adding an extra element here. If you need to, you can always move back just to this position, or we're gonna try to start extending one leg back into the floating tabletop and then down dog. So this is our starting and stopping point, hovering and stretching. When we hover in that tabletop, try to extend one leg, still hovering, go back into down dog and switch it. Extend one leg, hover tabletop, and then back into down dog. Alternating every time which leg extends out. If you feel like you can do a little bit more, instead of going back into down dog every time in between, do one side extension, other side extension, and then in that down dog. We're gonna add one more element of challenge into this. So you're either keeping doing this, back into the down dog, or try to extend the opposite arm also. Arm to leg. Into down dog. So remember, if you want to, it's just your leg. Down dog, hover, other leg, down dog. Or try to add the opposite arm to leg extension. Taking however many down dogs or however little amount of down dogs that you need. Think of the down dog as the resting pose. But remember, the rest is just as important. It helps us to build up our endurance. Good, keep breathing. Whew. Try to have your hang time at least one breath whenever you come into the extension with the arm and or legs. Good. Keep going. We have 45 more seconds. Good. Hopefully your body's starting to feel nice and loose, but still strong. And try to get even on both sides. Finish up one more on each side. And then we're just gonna lower our knees down and take a quick stretch through the back. Open up through the shoulders, breathe. And on the exhalation, we're coming back out into our plank position. Here's where, if you have your block, get that block near you. We're gonna have one hand onto the block. Doesn't matter which hand, we'll do both sides. The other hand is just gonna be flat onto the ground. And both legs are gonna extend out into a plank position. Keep your elbows in towards your ribs. Lower down. And when you come up, shift up into a side plank, hip dip, and back. Lower down, shift on the side of your block, hip dip, and back. Try to keep your elbows in towards your ribs whenever you do your push-up. Keep going. I'm just going to shift so I can see you guys good. We have 30 more seconds. Remember, modification for side plank is put your knee down if you need to. 10 more seconds. Finish up, last one. Good. Give your wrists a quick little shake. And we have our other side. Why don't you take your hand and wrap it around your wrist. Give a squeeze on the side that you were just doing all those ones with the block. And then other side. Just squeeze, create a little space, shake it out. And we're coming to that other side. Same thing, just other side. Just move that block over to your other hand. Find that plank position. Take your push up. Shift over to your side plank. Hip dip down and back. Try to keep your elbows squeezed in toward your ribs every time you do that push up. Good, keep breathing. 45 more seconds. Last 30. All right, finish up. Let's see if we can do two more. Two more. Good, and finish up your last one. And time. Good job. We're gonna keep this block with us. Place the block in between your ankles. We're gonna reach up, catch your block with your hands, lower arms and legs down, and switch it. Alternate your hands, catch the block, and then your ankles, catch the block. Good. Inhale when you lengthen down. Exhale when you come up. Keep going just at your own pace. We have 30 more seconds. And last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move the block up toward your knees, a little bit higher. We're gonna keep our knees bent. Hands come onto the ground, which is your palms nice and flat, arms nice and long. We're rocking up over to the right side. Tap your feet down. Over to the left side. Tap down. Rock up over to the one side. Tap down. Rock up over to the other side. Tap down. I want you to think about your hang time when you're in the air. Try not to make it like a fast momentum motion. Try to go slow with control. Angling over to one side and then the other side. Twist your hips when you're in the air. Good, keep going. All right. We have 30 more seconds, and then we are going to stay with our hips in the air and let our knees look to the right and then to the left. So I'll show you guys in just about 20 seconds what we're gonna do. Good, try to get about 2 more each way. Okay, you can always come back to this motion if you like that. And what I'm gonna have us do is keep our hips up, look over to the, let your knees go one direction and then the other direction. You could put your hands behind your back for support. If you do that though, it's gonna be a little bit easier. If you want the challenge, try to just keep your hips up, look one way and the other way. 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go ahead and place your hands behind your hips if they're not there already. Start straightening up your legs if you need to. You could position that block a little bit farther down. Straighten up your legs. Walk your elbows in toward each other. Flex your feet. Everything is just going to stay up nice and high in the shoulder stand. And then we're going to do plow like stomach exercises. So we'll go from the shoulder stands to plow. Down and up. Squeeze when you come up. Down and up. If this hurts your neck, just do the leg lower and lift with your back on the ground if you don't feel safe with your hips up. Good, we have 10 more. This is low abdominals. 3, all the way up into middle. 4, 5, good, keep stretching out your legs. 2, 7, 8, 9, one more. And slowly lower your hips down, all the way onto the ground. Take your block, place it in between the knees. If it's not there already, feet flat onto the ground. We're gonna take a bridge with a shoulder stretch. So put your feet flat onto the ground. Start walking your shoulders in behind you. See if you can interlace your fingers. See if you can bring your heels as close up towards your hands as possible. Squeeze all the way up. Your heels press into the ground. Those knees extend to the other end of the room. Stretch out your shoulders. Walk those shoulders in. Good. 5 more deep breaths here. Good. 1 more deep breath in. And on your exhalation, untangle your hands and gently lower your hips down. Keep the block here. We're gonna take our hands behind our legs and rock yourself up. See if you can straighten out your arms. Think about your form with your back nice and straight, shoulders squeezed together. And then if you can do it, take those hands away. Just holding our boat pose. Good. Now we're gonna bring right elbow in, look toward that right side, back into your boat. Left elbow in, look to the left, and switch it. If you needed to, you could have one hand on the leg while the other, so you could switch your hands onto your legs or float your hands for that challenge. Elbow in one side, watch the elbow as it comes in. Straighten it back to the middle, and other side. Move with your breath. Inhaling center, exhale twist. Good. If you needed to, your feet could come onto the ground. If you feel like you can't hold the boat pose any longer. We have 10 more each side. Good. 3, 4, 5, almost there, 6, 7, last 2 each side, 8, or no, I guess that was 3. 9, okay, 1 more each side. And time, woo, good job. All right, let's take a final stretch with your legs extended out. Go ahead and take the block if you have one and place it just right out in front of you. We're gonna see if we can lower our forehead to the block. Remember there's different heights to the block. So you could use a really high height or maybe try to take it a little bit lower. See how low you wanna go. Maybe you don't even need the block. Maybe you could just put your forehead on the ground. And then start extending your arms out. See if you can touch your toes. Good, breathe here. If you can touch your toes, try to pull your feet towards you. Keep drawing your belly in, lengthen your spine. Imagine somebody is pulling your crown of your head out. 5 more deep breaths. Good, and on your next exhalation, slowly come up. Come to a nice comfortable seated position. Inhale, reach your arms up, deep breath in. Palms touch. Exhale into your heart center. And namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.